Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are. Good evening.
Good evening, Carlton.
Good evening. This session, Jivraj will be taking today. Okay? This on the meet here. Just give me 1 second. Okay?
Hi.
Hi, Jairaj.
Hi. Okay, so in today's session, as Alvin have already mentioned about the agenda, I will just pin that in the comment section. Okay. Okay. So this question.
Hello, am I audible?
You are audible.
Before that, I want to ask one question regarding the last session.
Okay, what is that?
I was deploying the Versel application, but I'm getting error 404 error again and again. I deployed 3 different projects. I'm getting the same error again and
Okay,
again.
we'll take any doubts at the end of the session.
But at the end of the session, it's
Just a quick thing. Please be conscious of what URL you're using for testing it, because the API you have created, it is not the root URL, right?
Okay. So first I will start with the let me open it over here. Yeah, so since most of the time I used to use WSL only, I never I mostly I don't use Windows, so all I will be showing will be executable inside WSL or it will be for Linux. So this is how you can install Olama on your local machine. Or otherwise, if you want to install it manually, then you would need curl, and then along with that, you will also need tar. So the usage of Olama is you will be able to pull some model locally, and then you can run that model. Okay. So over here, I have already installed Olama on my system. These are the commands that you would need to install it. And then there are different models that are present. Olama library. And there must be a yeah,
Sir,
these
are
are
we not
different
able
mod.
to use LLM which we had installed earlier?
Oh, sorry.
We had installed LLM earlier, right? And we had integrated the token provided by IIT Madras. Are we
Yeah,
not
that's
able
correct.
to use
So
LLM?
that LLM CLI, it was useful for sending a request to a server that is sitting somewhere else. So we would
Right.
need to use some API calls. But
Correct.
with Olama, what we can do is we can install models locally and we can run them.
But then locally, everyone might not have a system
Yeah,
strong enough.
so why we are teaching this is because it is part of our
Okay, okay,
syllabus, and that is particularly question 12.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we don't require you to install these things locally.
Yeah,
We understand that everyone doesn't have enough
right,
compute. Even I won't be able to run good models on my
of
machine.
course.
So just to
Okay.
clarify here, right? So one thing is, if you're in an organization, right, and they are very concerned about privacy, a big concern for organizations is they don't want their data to go outside the organization. So they don't actually want to use um, uh, models that are hosted by an external entity. So research organizations are a good example of that, right? Here at IITM, there are several departments where they don't actually want to use an external model. So what they'll do is they'll host the model internally. So how can they host a proprietary model internally? They can't, right? So this is where
Right.
learning how to use this is useful, because your company or your organization may want to do it in-house. So understanding that you can, how you can do it and how you can use it will be beneficial to you. So that's why we teach it. Okay.
Yes, sir, got it. I thought we would be actually using it later also. That's why the doubt.
Yeah,
But
we can use it.
yeah,
See, day by day, models are getting smaller and smaller and more fine-tuned. Okay, today's quantized models, uh, many of them, some of them can even run on a fairly low-powered device. So these things will keep improving with time. Okay, but at least knowing them, see, that's the other thing about TDS, right? We are always going to be in trend with what's happening currently, right? So that's why we're showing you how to do this, so that you are a step ahead of others who have no clue how to do this.
got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So these are the
Which model are you running?
right now I'm just picking up the model which is the lowest model possible. So right now this is 0.6 billion. So this Quen 3 have multiple models of 0.6 billion, 1.7 billion, 4 billion, and then 8 billion. So I'm just picking up the least one, and all the other Devistral, DeepSeek, these are higher than zero point 0.6. There might be some zero point 0.5 as well. So this Quen 2.5, it is zero point 0.5 billion more parameters. So less parameters, it requires less effort from CPU and GPU. So that's why I'm picking the lowest model. It may not be that good, but just to show. Okay, so this is what I will be pulling. For pulling a model locally, we will need Olama pull and then the name of the model. But for that, we need Olama to be running. So if you want to run Olama, it is Olama serve that will start the Olama service. And if I use Olama list, actually it lists all the models that are already present on my system. So right now, this model you are able to see, this is already present on my system. So it is downloaded locally. And this is the other model that I have downloaded locally. Okay. So I can also pull using Olama pull and then the name of the model. So I'm using zero point 0.6 billion. So why it was that fast is because I have already installed it, so it installed again from the cache itself. Okay. Yeah, now what I will do is I will interact with the installed models, which are these are the two models that are installed, and then Olama is running on port 11434 something. Let's test. Host, and then port number 11434 probably. That is correct. Yeah, that's correct. Now I will try to interact with one of the models that is present. So let me create one file, send request, which will be using Olama. So for chat completions, let me check what is the what here. Maybe this is the one. No. So this is installation page. I want to have a look at documentation. There was a website as well for docs. Probably this is the one. The core models. No.
So, Brad, how much space have you given to your WSL installation? Because Olama models will take a lot of space.
Yeah. So for let me show you the specs of. So this is I have given it 1.76 gigs of RAM, and then some swap memory is also there. Okay. I'm just figuring out the documentation. Earlier I had that, but I don't know where it went. Okay, so this is how you can interact with it, but we want to interact it via APIs. So for API, I will use local host and then the port number 434, and then the same as we used to use, which is chat and completions. Okay, Olama chat completions.
Okay, just one thing. I installed Olama while you were like because I had not installed it before. I think
Okay.
so. It is showing Olama API is now available at some your local host 11434. So
Yes, and
is
when
it,
you will open it in browser, then you will see something like this. Olama
uh,
is running.
it's probably automatically available once it is installed.
Yeah, yeah. So if you install it using this command, then it will install and run as well. So it will do both. Okay.
So can we close it?
Yeah, there is. So okay, this port number is active, right? It is running on this particular port. So what you
Hmm.
do is you identify on this port what is the process that is running, and then you kill that process.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Or else stop the Olama service. So just figure out what works. Mm, So this is Olama's. Just get me 1 minute, okay? Some PDF. And then what was the way to interact with? So similar to how we used to interact with the AI pipe using request module, we will use the same method. So I will create the client. I don't want to use the base URL anything as of now. And then I will send a request to probably this is
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Where you write all these things is send request.py is like a file.
send request.py is the file that I'm creating.
Okay.
And that I'm creating so that I can interact with the Olama service. So I want to use their chat completions. So similar to what we used to use for AI pipe and those things. So if I go to, this is from week 3 documentation. And then if I particularly go to chat completions, okay, let me go. So this is how we used to interact with OpenAI. So same way I will use this for, so we need to send the request and payload is equal to write a story about AUV. Okay, that's fine. And instead of using GPT 4.1, I want to use Olama itself. So this particular version I want to use the particular model. In other words. And this payload I need to send and headers I don't need. Because since I am running it locally, so it doesn't require any authentication because it is not going to charge me anything. And then let me just print the response dot text. And for running this, we'll need HTTPX. So I will use UV to run the system. And now probably it should work. And oh, is the correct way of putting a URL? Yeah, that is correct. Our model is not defined. Okay. I think it's called JSON instead of payload. So it was a timeout. That is because HTTPX by default keeps a timeout of 10 seconds. So probably the response did not came in 10 seconds. So let me make timeout to be 60 seconds. But if I go over here, so it shows the request came over here. Now if I rerun it, let's see what happens. So this is the response that we have got. This is not the clean response. It have responded in the same way. The response we used to get here. Uh, so this is also not the response. So actually it gets choices. Let me just write it out to a file so that we can see it. Import JSON with open request.json and then JSON dumps. Now it could be over here. So this is how the response from Olama have come to us. So right now I'm not sending any API call to some server. So all this is coming from my local machine itself. And so we have got the information about which model we are using and all these different information about the tokens, input token and completion token. So this was the actual response that came from the assistant. And this was the prompt that we gave it. Okay. So that is how you can run local models using Olama. So there are multiple models which you can try it out. Anyone have anything to ask over here? If not, I will go to question 12 of GA2.
So, sir,
So actually, I have a question. I was doing Olama question graded assignment. There, I'm not
Mhm.
able to install Olama, maybe because of hard disk space. So, do we require to install the actual app of installation? Because I'm not able to install them. What should I do now?
Okay. So are you using it inside WSL?
Okay, okay, Visual Studio, right?
No. WSL. Windows
Oh,
Subsystem for
WSL.
Linux.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got it.
No, just asking you.
No. So it was a proper installation. Yeah, I installed it from here only, from Windows 1. And I'm trying from yesterday to install it properly, but it's not installing yet. Sometimes,
Okay. Is it getting any?
what,
Is it
come again?
getting any error that is? Is it getting any error that is related to out of storage or something like that? If
Yeah,
so,
first
then
was that.
clean up your
First,
resources.
yeah, that I did. Then after that, it was asking a permission that um, Olama will close the application. It is asking for that. Do we have to allow that?
Olama will close the application.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know how it works in Windows, but I used to use Linux way, and it doesn't require anything other than this command.
Okay. So, okay. Then I'll see. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh, Hello,
You
sir.
can try it out today, and if you still could not figure it out how to make Olama running on your machine, then in tomorrow's session we can help you debug.
Okay.
Uh,
This will be nice.
Siddharth, Siddharth.
yes, sir. Actually, I had. Actually, I don't know. Last session you have solved it. Actually, I want means the thing is that there is a GA question which is related to Collab.
Okay, that is in GA1, I guess.
GA2, sir.
That is related to
GA2
Collab.
also
Okay.
has that question. Google Collab.
Actually, I'm not able to log in using this ID. How can I get the answer for that?
Siddhant, we'll discuss about that later during the end.
Okay, sir.
So now that we have got Olama running on our machine, I will go to GA2 page and let us see if question 12 works for us because okay, it won't work because first I will need to use Ngrok. so that this particular port is available to Ngrok. So for that, I will. Oh, wait. Okay, what happened? Malformed headers. I copied it from here. Probably I didn't copy properly. Mm, Let's correct this thing. Container means the header you're trying to add has invalid format or value. So inside, which is fine, but Ngrok. Okay, let's try whatever it have given us. Okay, it's still getting me the error, but earlier it was not getting me any error. Hmm. Is anyone else facing this error of malformed header content type?
No, it was working fine. I think Ngrok has to be registered first.
Yeah, that I have already done. If Ngrok is not registered, then it should get me the error that
Yeah,
Ngrok is not registered. You need the authentication token.
yeah.
Is your Olama server running?
Yes, Olama server is running over here. There is some problem with the header, but I don't know what it is. So I thought to answer this question, but what happens if I just use this much response header as? Let me just remove the content type header and try it out once more. Probably that is causing an issue. If okay, user agent also.
Could you just add in an asterisk instead of like specifying what headers are allowed?
Yeah, put a star instead of adding those authorization access Ngrok skip and those things.
Okay, that will enable everything probably, but that is fine if it works. Now, if I open it, so Olama takes some time to load. Sometimes it's very slow. Not the Olama, sorry, it's Ngrok. It's
See if you can try it in incognito mode.
now it is running, but now it is saying that access is denied. That's because I will have to export it.
That
First, I
and,
will.
yeah, that and you also have to export the host as 0.0.0, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let us see. Somebody on Discord also suggested that. So now let's see if we get the same 403 error again. Yeah, we are getting the same error again.
Yeah, you have to export the host name.
So that is export Olama host, is it?
Correct. Olama underscore host is equal to 0.0.0.
Yeah, thanks. So this is the URL. Okay, now since it is working, so
Now,
along with origins, you might also have to add the host. Yeah,
now
Bhuvan.
this is the exact problem that I have been facing for almost 2 weeks. So it is working for me, but whenever I copy that Ngrok URL which is generated and post
Mhm.
it in the checkbox, I get the pre-flight header error, missing pre-flight origin error. I tried everything,
Um,
but I don't know why it is not working.
when did you try last time?
Yesterday night,
Okay, yesterday night. And what was the error that you were getting? Can you just paste it in the chat?
right now I logged in from my mobile.
Okay,
It is
okay,
there
that's
in the
fine.
discussion. I posted everything like in that discussion forum. I posted all the outputs and everything, all the output and everything in that.
Okay,
So we
okay,
can
okay.
just
So
refresh.
you will be. So you haven't managed to get. So you. So over here it was not working, right? That's
Yeah,
what
here it is not
the
working. It's
point is.
working
Okay, okay, okay.
everywhere else. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Bhuvan, what we will do is at the end of the session, either I will ask you to share your screen or I we'll see what we can do. Okay.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So now that it is running on, yeah, it will get uploaded on the YouTube, and the link you can find inside the calendar itself. So if you go over here, oh, right now it's not there. So probably in this one. Okay. Yeah, it will be uploaded on the YouTube channel you might be knowing about it. All right. Or probably I think this is the channel. Yeah, this is the fun. So over here in the playlist, it will get uploaded. So now I will just stop whatever is running right now.
How did you fix the problem? I missed the part. How was it fixed?
Yeah, so someone asked to export Olama host as well. OLEMA host is equal to.
Yeah, I suggest that. Yeah.
So this is the extra bit that I used other than what is mentioned on the touch GA1 page.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So along with the origins, I also exported the host. Okay, so now I will just stop the Olama service, and yeah, this is also not required. Um, yeah, so now what I will do is, I will create an application. Yeah, let me first show you the interface itself, because I already have it running on my machine. So that it is so that you get the context of what we are going to do next. Okay, so just give me 1 second. So this is the application that is there. I will need to log in through Google account, and over here, what it is doing is I have connected my local Olama, and then whatever I prompt over here, and then if I click on the send button, it actually interacts with the Olama service. So okay, let me rerun the service as of now, and I will just show you. So now when I clicked on send button, it have sent to the local Olama service. So right now it's getting some 500 errors. Yeah, now it's working. So this response is coming from my local Olama. So the whole point of making this is because, okay, there is some again another error is there. I will have to figure it out. What is problem with the logout? But when I try to access chat, so before accessing the chat, there is a requirement that they first need to log in using the Google account. And I have also configured it such that if they log in using a particular account, so right now I have my account 22F300 or 2542. So I have just given access to my email itself, so that it have restricted access. And then what I will do is I will use Ngrok to make it available on internet, but with the restricted access. So I will add one or two of the students, so that they can interact with the Olama service that I created. So whole point of this exercise is to teach you Google authentication, because it is very popular way of authenticating applications. So hope you got the context. Okay. So for that, I would need some interface like this. So let me just create the interface. As of now, I will just turn the current running application off, and I will create another. Yeah. So I will create a fast API service, oh, which does what I just showed. First, I will just create a basic application, and then later we'll add the authentication part. So I will need a fast API. Okay, let me just copy it from the GA2 page or GA1 page of TDS itself instead of typing it out, because it's already available. And let me also add middleware to it. Is the correct way of adding middleware? Yeah, this course is what I wanted to add. Yes, so this is what I have got right now. So what I want now is we want Google authentication, right? So for that, I need some client secrets that I can get from Google Cloud Console. So probably you won't be able to do this with your student email address. So you might have to use your personal email address. Okay, this I will do later. So if I go over here and then create credentials and then OAuth client ID, and over here, I will need to select a web application and I can name it anything, uh, Olama service or something. I can name it as of now. And I don't want these things, but yeah, this redirect URI I will need. So for now, I will just keep it. This is responsible for the, what do you call it? For Google authentication. So this we will have to add, and why I have added like this, I will tell you. And later we'll change it as well. While I will create the Ngrok tunnel, I will change it to Ngrok URL. Okay. So let me download this JSON and mm, so I will need these three things. One is client ID, and I will keep all of these things inside a .env file. What is the other thing? Yeah, that is fine. So this is some secret that if not give to anyone. Okay, so Google client ID is equal to this one, and then client secret is the other thing that we need for Google authentication. This will be named as Google client instead of ID. Can you see it? Oh, it was already giving the suggestion. So this is wrong one. This should be 8,000 because while creating the credentials, we used 8,000 port, and that too on 127.0.0.1. Okay, so this I have just copied from this file itself. Okay. So what I will do is I will disable this particular credential and I will use some other credential. So just give me 1 second because I just wanted to show you how you can create the credentials, but I don't want to expose my credentials. So I will just stop sharing my screen and will reshare with loading another credentials, and I will destroy these credentials.
Yes, please.
So one thing I want to ask you, uh, open Google Cloud.
Yeah, what is that?
Once you open the Google Cloud, you say something like you open with not IITM IT.
Yeah, so use your personal account for this purpose because IITM account is restricted for few certain things.
Okay. So we can use these things in IITM when we doing the program.
These things in IITM and using IITM account, is it?
Yes.
No, that's what I said. You won't be able to use IITM account because of some uh, authentication restrictions. So there is some restrictions on the account. What we can use in Google Cloud Console for our domain at the rate ds.history.iitm.ec.in. So you will have to use your personal account
Okay.
for creating these credentials. Okay.
Okay. So these credentials we can use in doing the questions.
Yeah, you can use it while doing the questions. There is one question in GA2. I don't remember which question it is, which requires you to do Google authentication.
Yes.
Okay. It
So
requires you to implement
if
Google
we
authentication.
doing these questions in same manner, whatever you taught, will it work?
Yeah, it will work. So that question requires you to get the ID underscore token and then client ID. So client ID you already have got from the Google, and then ID underscore token is another thing that you need to get. So yeah, it works.
Okay.
Okay. Let me um, configure what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so I think I have done the setup. So let me close this file as well. Let me make sure this is correct one. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, sorry. This is some like dirty mistake that I have made. Just get me one minute. Okay, I have disabled the newly created credentials. Yeah, now it's fine. So the credentials are present inside .env file, and now I will have to use those credentials inside app.py. So I will get those credentials over here. Underscore client ID, and that should come from a .env file. That should come from .env file. So for that, I will need to load whatever is there in the .env file, and for that purpose, I will need one Python package, which is python.env, and then I will have to import something which is .env import load env. And now when I do load .env, it actually loads whatever is there inside .env file so that I can use it inside my application. Okay, and the way to access those things is using os.get env and then Google client ID. So this naming should be exactly. Just get me 1 minute. Something. Okay. So this naming should be what is exactly present inside the .env file. Now secret should also come from there, and then a redirect URI. This should also come from there. Now that is fine. And now let me create one endpoint, which is backslash, and what it does is for now we don't need it. Just let me return hello world or something like that. And we need a URL for logging in. I will create a login URL and then define login. So before I do this, what I will show you is GA2, and I will show you from where I have got most of the code for this particular question. So this is the video from where I have copied most of the code. Okay, not copied. I have got most of the code from here itself, and there were some adjustments that I had to do. Okay. So these are the, and this is the thing. So these are things that we need. So this is Google client ID, which is there inside .env file. This Google redirect URI, this is also there in the .env file. And then this is extra bit that we need. I'm not sure if we need all of them, but I have just kept because this is what I used earlier. I maybe a few things we can remove, but for now I'm keeping everything. And then this is the URL. And then what this redirect response does is it redirects to this particular URL. Okay. So all this code is required for Google authentication. So, and which you can either find it on internet anywhere or just watch this particular video. Okay. This is where I got this code from. Okay. So it uses our client ID and Google redirect URI. Okay. And now there is something I created, Google redirect URI, which was this one, this one, something like that. So the same endpoint I will have to create over here. So dot get, and then that was AUTH, and then callback. Okay, and this should be exactly same. This should be exactly same. Now this name of the function can be anything. Instead of getting this, I will need request. This is a standard code which I am copy pasting, so there is nothing that is there to explain you, okay? That's why I'm not explaining you much. So if this code is not provided, then do something. So where this from this code comes is when you redirect to this particular URI. So this is required for getting the access token. Okay. And then I will have to send the request. And right now I'm not using anything that allows you to send the request. So I will import HTTPX. And over here as well, import, include it in the dependencies. These 3 lines I can remove at stop now. And this is asynchronous client I'm making so that I can handle async calls. And instead of making it a normal function, I will create a async function. And let me make this also asynchronous. Even without making this async, it will work, but this is for handling multiple requests at the same time. So this is for concurrency. Okay. So Google token URL we already have. So this is the token URL that I want to send request to. So response is equal to, it's okay, wait, and then client and post to this particular URL, and along with this data that we have. And what is this code? It is actually for your Google account. Okay, this code will be different for different accounts. So that is why we are getting this code, and we are sending this code as well, so that for your specific account which you are trying to log in using, uh, will get access to it. Okay. So now I have sent the request, and then I have also received the token. Okay, and now access token is something that we need, and that is token response, and then yeah, that is correct, key, and then ID token is also what we need. And in case if these two things we are not able to get, then we can say fail to obtain, but most probably it won't happen anyway. Yeah, now that we have got information about the access token and ID token, but still I haven't got the information about the email address, because that is what is required. Okay, when we log in using Google Authentication, we need email of the person who logs in, so that we can store information about them who tried to access our application. So for that, I need to send another request to some other endpoint. So is this the correct URL? Yeah, probably this is the correct URL. And then response is also correct. And then user response.json. So what this will get us is, it will get us information about probably when you created the your Google account, and then the additional information like what is name of the user who is using that particular email, and then the email address. All those information we get by sending this particular request. So flow is like we first get the code. Using that code, we get the access token. Now with the access token in headers, we'll get the information about the user. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Mm, Now let me create the session for the user. So now we'll store them inside the session. So there are multiple things that I want to store. First is their name, uh, the name of the person who logged in. So for that, I will use this name, and then email also I want to store. I don't want to store whatever picture they are using, so that is irrelevant because name and email are useful things to store. Another thing that I want to store is their access token, which is stored inside access token, and then I also want to store their ID token. Yeah, that this much is fine. And let's also send the so we are sending the user information, and is it a JSON? Yeah, it's a JSON, so that's fine. So this should be fine. Now, instead of returning the hello world, this is place where I will make some changes. Okay.
Jivraj, one request. Can you make the changes and then go through it once again after you make all the changes?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I will go once more. Okay. So this over here, I will create some HTML body so that we get some endpoint so that we can log in. That's all I will do. Without that also, I will be able to access it. I will just show you. UV run, and then name of the application is app.py. Hopefully, I haven't made any mistake. Oh, okay. There are a few things that I need to fix now. I have been writing this long code for some long time, so I don't know which all things I have imported. So I guess this is codes middleware. Is it correct import? Let's verify it from here. This is correct. And let me rerun. If it will get some error, we'll refix. Cannot import name. This is from middleware.course. Okay, let me copy this stuff from here and remove this, paste here, and yeah, now let me run. And when I visit this endpoint, right now I'm not getting anything. And why I'm getting this new line characters? Is there something that okay, I am returning some empty strings because right now I'm not returning anything. Now the endpoint that was for Google Authentication was \login. So let me add \login over here. Okay, that is something that we also need. Okay, URL and code we need. And URL code is in which library? URL parts dot. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now let rerun and let me access the login page again. And we have got some error again. And redirect URL is not defined. So we'll have to get that as well. Okay, yeah, we have got the suggestion. So this should be correct. Okay, so now it says it's been blocked and it's a okay, probably because some problem with my .env file.
Uh,
Just give me,
I think,
yeah.
yeah, I think it is because of the authentication URL that you have configured in Google Console. Those two should match. I got the same error.
You
Yeah,
mean this
yeah,
auth
yeah.
callback, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. There is one more place
Uh,
where you have to configure that.
no, that is correct because if that was the case, then
What
the
is
error
the
that I
port?
get is URL mismatch.
I think URL mismatch, right? Okay, but the code which you have, like the port number, that seems to be different. See where
Oh,
the get request is going.
this one.
Uh,
No, it is going to the same port. So this is from where it is coming from. This looks at where it is coming from. Mm, I guess the issue is with the .env. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, I will regenerate the .env file. I will just stop sharing my screen. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I have figured out the problem, and that was related to redirect URL itself. Oh, so I think now it will work. And 8,000, that is access login. Okay, yes, so now I have got all these options. So when I click on one of these, okay, now I am getting internal server error, and it needs request.session, but that is not imported. Okay. So, okay, so for creating the session, I will need few more things to set up. So this session is required so that they don't have to log in again and again, and we can be sure that it is the same URL user that is sending requests. Okay. So this is something session middleware that I will need, and session middleware is okay. Yeah, but it is correct. Um, so what I'm doing right now is essential for um, persistence information of who have logged in so that they don't have to log in again and again. So there is alternative to it. Instead of managing session by yourself, you can even use Google's API for validating the user. But that is sending a request to Google. But over here, we are trying to do it locally. So this is another way of storing the information. Okay, so session cookie is session, and then secret key is something that I need. And yes. Cannot import from this thing and port middleware. What is the issue with them? And then URL and code also, there is some problem. Dangerous. Now I think I should be able to use it. Okay, so I have got this information about the user info, which I was talking about, the name, and then this given name. I don't know how Google is storing information about me, and then this is probably the picture that I'm using.
So,
Okay, so I'm using this picture.
how did you
Yeah.
solve that problem that it's dangerous something was coming?
Sorry, Ritik, can you repeat?
How did you solve the last error?
Yeah, so there was some dependency error. Apart from that, I have created um, uh, the session so that I can store some informations on the server side so that user don't have to log in again and again. So over here, I am storing few things, right? So this configuration I did not do earlier. So for that, I did this configuration. I added this particular line. Okay, and I will show you if you don't want to do this. So there is another way. So this is my terminal. So that is in the Google Authentication. It should be there. Okay, and yeah, this validate ID token. So whenever I give this ID underscore token, which gets generated via Google Authentication, so it generates this ID token. And whenever I give this ID token, it can get me the information about the user, their email, and all those information it can get. So it can decode those information. So this is another way of getting the information about your user, their email, and all those things. But I have created session for myself itself. So I am storing all these things locally. Okay. I mean that is another way of storing the information about session. Did you understand why we made those changes?
I do understand the local, storing the session and verifying on our end because that will reduce the API calls, and if the number of users are high, the cost as well.
That is to reduce some API calls that we used to send to Google. Because if you use Google's way of authenticating, then we need to send the ID underscore token each and every time we need the information about the user. Instead of that, I'm just storing it inside the session itself. Okay. Hello.
You're audible. You're audible.
Okay. So anyone wants to ask anything regarding Google Authentication that I just did?
Sir, what is the second method can you explain again?
What was the second method?
Mm.
Okay. Let me get that again. So, when I logged in, uh, when I try to log in using my Google account, okay, let me just show you again. And this should be login page. When I went to login page and I used this particular account, and then it gets me this ID underscore token. Okay, this is not very much clear. So now you can see this ID underscore token. Okay, now this ID underscore token, what I can do is I can store it inside browser session. So over here also I can store it. Okay, so this is a temporary storage in browser. You can store a few things. So this ID underscore token, I can store it inside the browser itself. Okay, and now this function, which is over here, I can use it for getting the information about the user. So I can get this information using ID underscore token.
Okay.
And the same thing I did it over here. So this code, what it does is, it's using some um, credentials URL, and then it is using the client ID as well. Okay, and then it's sending request to this particular URL, and then it is sending with the ID underscore token thing, and then from that um, we'll get this user info thing. Okay, as of now, I won't use that. So with your ID underscore token, you can get information about the uh, person who is logged in. That is another way of checking this, and that's what they are doing in graded assignment. So in GA2, they are asking you for ID underscore token and client ID. That is the purpose. Okay. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll try, sir. If it is not, then you ask. Can I ask tomorrow
About?
about whatever you did here today?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Try it out by yourself, and then you can ask in tomorrow's session. That is okay. Okay. So now I have got this authentication thing working. Now what I will do is, so earlier what we were doing, we were sending request to the local model, right? Using this piece of code. But now what I want to do is from the browser itself, I want to be able to send a request to local Olama that is running on my machine. And I only want to allow certain emails. I don't want to allow everyone to access it. I will create Ngrok tunnel, but I don't want to allow everyone to access that. Okay, so that's what I will do now. I will set up for sending requests to our local Olama. All right. So for that, this was the URL that we used earlier. So let me just copy it to here, and then let's try to implement this root function now. Okay. So
So,
hope you all are. Yeah.
so in code, you write it in line 18. You
In line 18. Okay. Yeah, this is the one.
no, not in this.
This one.
Just a minute. No. After PV, I think.
Sorry. Bhavana, you are not clearly audible. I'm not able to understand what exactly you are trying to say.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
In line 18, you wrote some asterisks.
Line 18. So this is line 18, right?
Not in this code. In line 22, I think.
Okay, this one.
Line 28. Allow origin, you copy paste from there.
Okay, this I copy pasted from GA2 page.
And then you remove everything and write asterisks.
Yeah. So if I put anything specific over here, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Instead of me explaining, anyone from student side wanted to explain this? What is usage of allow origins? Why I set up
I think this restricts
this?
the user who can log in or not, I guess.
Okay. Not exactly, but okay, let me explain it. So we have this question. Okay, now if I show you the network tab, now what happens is when you send a request, so now we have sent one request, right? So the information about the request we are able to see over here. Okay. Uh, and then over here you see the information about right now I am not able to see. That is because this thing is not running. Instead of this, let me change it to local host and let's use 8000 as of now. Okay. And hopefully it did not send the request. Okay, I will rerun the service in Grok. Ngrok HTTP, and I will use 8000 port, and I will copy this URL and I will paste it over here. This won't get us to the correct answer, but this will tell us. This will help me to explain what I was trying to explain. So okay, bye. Okay, so inside the request headers, you are able to see this origin, right? So origin tells you from where this request came. So this request came from exam.snn.workers.dev. So this is the origin. Okay. Now, uh, whenever we are trying to access the the another URL, so now it is sending a request to my Ngrok service that is running, but it's not able to send the request. I mean, it is able to send the request, but it's still doing this thing. But in the headers, we have got origin, right? So this origin tells about where this request came from. So this request
Okay.
came from exam.snn.workers.dev. So now what we have done over here is we are allowing a request to come from anywhere. We can
Okay.
even restrict it. If I use exam.snn.workers.dev, then I'm only allowing exam.xrn.worker.dev to access my application. All the other anything other than exam.xrn.workers.dev is not allowed to access my application. That is purpose of origins.
Okay.
Okay.
So origin asterisks automatically took all these
Yeah. So
certain
if I put
SNN.
asterisk, yeah, if I put asterisk, what happens? It says allow anything, any URL is fine.
Okay.
But if I put anything other than asterisk, then it is for allowing those specific URLs. So requests should come from these specific endpoints. Other than these, I'm not allowing anything.
Because in hashtag you write it now, allow a specific domain. That's
Yeah. Okay. Right now we are allowing everything. So okay, that's fine. Yeah. And
in
then we
below
have
you
the
write it allow all headers. In headers you write no asterisks. That's why I'm confused.
so headers is another information that goes from browser tab, or else you can also send it via information. So um, like in one of these requests, I sent headers right over here. So this is headers that I sent to this particular URL. So like these, you can even send headers, and um, at the server side, you can control which all headers are allowed. So some specific things are not allowed in the headers. So you can block those things using codes. So it gives some control who all can access and how they can access your application. Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Y-
Amit.
you wrote so many code today and so many things to understand, and I think I'm not getting all of this. So, what you suggest after this session? What should I do to understand everything and write code for by myself.
Okay, so today all I have done as of now is I installed Olama and I got it running. I uh, got some local model. So those models I got it from something called Olama library. So try those out. And you can set up a local model. At least try to get something that have least number of parameters. Okay, get something 0.6 billion parameters and get it running on your machine. Okay, and then try this thing out. Send a request to your local
So you
Olama.
were
Okay.
suggesting me to watch this session again and write code line by line what you were saying.
I think most of the points that Jivraj has covered here, I think all of them have been extensively covered in the this thing itself, in the portal itself. So if you actually go there, there are a lot of videos explaining all these methods. So if you
Yeah.
follow those videos, you should be able to cover all these things.
So in question number 12, there are 1 or 2 videos. So I have to cover all.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So after watching that, I'll get to know
Yeah,
what's doing. Right?
yeah. You should be able to know comprehensively what is all this about, and then also you can watch this video later on to understand.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So far, all we have done is we have achieved how you can log in via a Google authentication. Okay. And then, okay, yeah. So we can also log out using Google authentication. So first, let's do that, and after that, we'll do the setup of connecting it to local Olama, and then restricting the particular user. Okay. First, let me um, create the logout endpoint. And just
Yeah,
log.
sorry to interrupt you. Can we look at the issue that I've been facing, or we'll look at after this?
What was the issue that you were facing?
So I have the Ngrok running. Olama is there, and
Got it,
yeah,
got it, got it. Question number. Okay, okay.
12.
Uh, yeah, Bhuvan.
Yeah.
Let me first complete this. I will
Okay.
spend time on your issue. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So there was something called access token, right? That we stored inside request. I mean, in our session storage. So now I will get that access token, and now for if that access token is there, then there is this revoke URL. Using this revoke URL with the access token, I will be able to revoke it. So so what we have is, let me just show you again. So when I log in, these things gets created, right? But I can so using logout, I can destroy these things, whatever these things gets created. So when I log out, these things are no more accessible. Okay. These ID underscore token and access token, these things will not be accessible as soon as you log out. So they won't be of any use after you log out. And yeah, that is the correct endpoint. And I think this is access token is what I need to send.
So it
This
is
looks correct
necessary.
to me.
So it is necessary after completing this task, and we log out.
It is necessary to in any application you want to create a logout page, right? If you go to any application, logout page would be there for clearing up all these tokens and everything.
I think it is a good practice to have logout, but it is not necessary because this will get expired after some time. But it is
Oh, yeah.
a very good
Anyway,
practice to have it.
after 1 hour, ID underscore token will get expired. So when in 1 hour it will get expired, but still it is better to have this option. In any application, it's good to create logout page. Okay. So this is, I guess this would work now. Let me remove. Oh, and let me check out if logout page is working fine. Yeah, it is working fine. It have removed all the credentials that were there. Okay. Now let's start with um, the connection of Olama. Okay.
Jivraj, can you show that revoke URL thing again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay. You just called the URL. Huh?
Yeah, I just sent a request to this particular URL with the access token, and this access token is for identifying the user for that particular email, right? So this is for identifying the user,
Okay.
and then we are also clearing up the session. So this is we stored few information locally, right? We also want to clear those things. So for that, I am using this one. Okay. So now I want some HTML pages. So for that, our response class should be HTML response, and probably I will have to import HTML response as well. So now create the HTML page, and
So what we
this is
now, what we did now, what we doing, sir?
right. You will shortly see what I am trying to do. I am trying to create some little buttons on the UI side so that we can interact with it. Okay. I'm using HTML. Okay. There are some tags like these one, and um, okay, that
I
is
think
fine.
you can get a icon from Google Icons and just
I don't want icon as of now.
for button only, like you can put a power sign or something for
Yeah, that
temporarily.
mm, some SVG icon you are saying, is it?
Yeah, something like that. Attach a link or something.
I will have to figure out the appropriate icon. So okay, as of now, okay, let's see. Login icons. Okay, this is charging me something. Is it possible to get it over here?
You can do save image as or something.
Yeah, I have got this image over here.
Okay, sorry.
Anchor tag icon, if it is possible. This is from Bootstrap. Okay, from Bootstrap also we can get something.
It's better to take icon from Bootstrap or any open source this.
Yeah, bootstrap icons. So let's see if there is something. Oh, okay. There are so many things over here. Do you know about any famous icon that I can use? And I just have.
Icon, you mean person?
Okay, that's fine. I won't be using icon. Okay, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know how to embed it. Yeah, you can make it look good using some icons,
Yes.
but as of now, I'm not using that.
There
So
is
for
one
now,
side
I will just.
simple icons, and there is another some lucid something. Just let me check.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Lucid.dev. Okay. You can use either lucid.dev or simple icons. Let me check the license first.
We'll lose. Would I add SVG icon? For now, I'm not focusing on creating the icon. I will just go ahead with just the text on it. Okay, so now I have got this login with Google. So all it is doing is welcome to FastAPI Google Auth 2 example. So this is where it is appearing, and then we have got an anchor tag. Anchor tag is like a link. So when you click on some link, it opens, right? So this is pointing to the login page. So when I click on here, you are able to see this login, right? In here. So it is pointing to the login page. When I click here, it will just point to the login page. Okay. So that's what it is doing. Okay. Now I will create another endpoint for chatting with the Olama service. So async define in chat. This is request. And for chatting, we first need to know if uh, they are already logged in. That is by checking if access token is available with us. If access token is not available with us, that means they are not logged in. Now we need the information about their username, which we can get from here. Instead of username, let me get the email itself. I don't want the username. Okay. Then let me. So what this is doing is we have got some form on our page. Okay, and after okay, right now if If access token is not there, and if we don't have the token, then we are saying you log in and get the token. And if we already have the token, then all we are doing is we are showing their email, and then we are showing a form. In the form, okay, I will just show you the UI. Don't worry about this HTML part right now. Okay, so in the browser, let me open and let me log in to the application. So right now, this is how it appears. And that is because on here I'm returning it to these details, but instead of this, I can change it now to, I will now redirect it again to the chat window. And now what it is doing is, let's just log in again, and let's log in with Google. So now we have got this form over here. Okay, this is not good form. And why we have got it like this?
You have to send it as a template, I guess.
Probably, yeah. I think this has to be a response class should be correct one. Instead of request, it should be just and are we also handling any request? No, we are not handling any request, so we don't need session information as of now. Oh no, we are getting information. Yeah, we will need that. So this has to be here. So right now we are getting info. This is not proper good looking HTML. So that we can get the HTML response, I am putting a response class as HTML, and this is for accessing the session variables. Okay. Now I have got access to this UI. So over here, this is just some page where I can type in, and then I can click on this send button. So when I click on the send button, what it does is it is using post method. Okay, so whenever I click on the submit button, so this is submit button. Okay, now when I click on the submit button, what it says, the action that it needs to do is on the chat endpoint and with the post method. So right now we don't have post method, right? So we don't have post method, but it is expecting a post method. So whenever we click on this send button, what exactly we want to do? We want to process the request that is sent by the user. We actually want to use our Olama service to interact with it. So right now we only have get endpoint. I will create a post endpoint as well. So it is already suggesting us to create a chat post, and yeah, okay, now it is using GPT 3.5, but it's same URL, so this is same, and yeah, prompt is okay, and prompt is what is coming from and why it is called prompt, because prompt is what we are getting. Okay, so we are getting the prompt as well, and in the headers, so headers we don't need as of now, because earlier also we were not using headers. And this model name, I will replace it with the model that we were using. Okay, and anything else is same. And we are also sending the response data. So response data will look in this format. Okay. Okay, let's send the response thing stuff. Okay, now we have got some error here, and we'll need this library. Okay, let's get this library also. Headers is not defined. Okay, so this header is I want to remove. So now let us say hello, and again we have got error. Oh, that is connection error because Olama is not running. Okay. Let me do it again. Hello, and now it should work. And yeah, we have got some request here, and this is the response that we have got from the local model that we were using. All right. So anyone have any doubt so far? Thanks with the chick for getting us the icon, but I won't be able to use it.
Request that the recording of this session should definitely be uploaded soon. Because a lot of code and across a lot of files. It is easy to follow, but it's good if we have the code.
Yeah, we'll upload the recording soon. Okay. So this is for chatting with the application. Now, I mean, it's very simple thing, but now right now it is running on my local machine, right? But I can make it accessible using Ngrok. So Ngrok HTTP and then 8000 port. Now, if I give you this URL, you will also be able to send requests to my machine, and you will be able to use my Olama service, which is running on my machine. It is using my CPU and hardware and RAM and everything. Okay, but let us say if I don't want to, I don't want you to use it, then what I can do is request session, and then instead of prompt, it should be email. So this is the email of this is your email, okay, and then user email in, and let us say I have a list of allowed users who can use my application. So right now I'm just putting my email address. So if I'm logged in using my email address, then only I will be able to use it. Now let's add somebody else as well. Bhuvan, can
Yeah,
you tell your email so that I can add you?
yeah, sure. 22F
You should have
3000
3000
671.
671.
Yeah.
So now we are the only two people who are allowed to access this application, and otherwise I can say return and
Oh,
then
sorry. 21F. I'm sorry. Sorry.
okay, that's fine. 21 F3, right?
Yeah. 21F
Okay.
3671. Yes.
Okay. Now let's again send the response as HTML so that it's easy to read, and HTML. Okay. I will need it. Then we can display some message like you are not allowed to use Olama service of this application, pay $50 to use this service, something like that. We can display. So what this will do is, if it is if it is coming from Bhuvan's or from my email address, then only it will be allowing you to use the application. Otherwise, it will display this message to you. Okay, this is just to secure it. Now, there are few changes that I will have to make before actually giving this URL to you. There was something called this callback URL, right? So instead of local host, what I will have to do is I will have to change it to Ngrok URL. So now I will have to use this URL over here. So instead of changing the old one, I will create a new one and I can save it. Now on internet also it should be accessible. And only Bhuvan should be able to send the request. Okay. This is just to I mean, I don't want to restrict anyone to send request to my machine. It is just to show you that these kind of restrictions you can put using Google Authentication, because the information that you have got is from Google side. So this email address is legitimate email address. It is their email address. Okay.
Yuvraj, yeah, as long as we are controlling the origin and everything, agent is it feels like it is robust even for production. Is it
Sorry.
not? If we use it for a proper application, like for an internal tool or something, is it secure enough, or is it something that can be bypassed?
No, you cannot bypass it because we are getting this information about their email from Google's side, right?
Yes,
That's
and
why.
the restriction is on the back end and not on the front end, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The access
Yeah,
control.
authentication is implemented towards the back end. So it's not
Yes.
something that is done in the front end, and you can edit your email while passing it to back end. So all the checks are done in the back end itself. That's why you cannot edit anything. Whatever email you use while logging in, the same email will be used each and every time. So that's why Google Authentication is very good way of authenticating. So anyone have any doubt on what we have done today?
Hello, sir.
In the meantime, you can try accessing this URL, but you won't be able to access other than Bhuvan.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a try. Let us see.
Yeah, let us see.
Hello, sir.
Should I share my screen so that everyone can see?
I can. Okay.
Yes, Siddhant, I think you have some doubt. I guess I asked you to stay till the end. Just wait for 5 minutes so that Bhuvan can show by requesting the application that I just created. Bhuvan, are you sharing the screen? Okay, thanks.
You getting it? Oh,
No,
it's
no,
gone.
I was saying, yeah. Can you share it again?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
It does not seem to open it. The request callback is going to that localhost.
Oh, it is getting error while loop back, is it?
Yes.
It is giving site can't be raised for me. It is not showing the message you wrote there in the code.
Okay. Thanks, Ritvik, because I haven't changed the rollback URL. Sorry, callback URL.
Not work.
It is still pointing to my local machine. So I will just change it in 1 minute, and
Yeah.
I will give you 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 should now be able to use it.
Okay. Should I start over again?
Yes, you should start it.
Okay. I'll do this. I'm selecting Google account.
Hopefully now you will be able to log in.
Yep.
Yes, you have managed to log in.
And output will only be seen by Jagaraj. No?
But we can also log in. Actually, I can also log in. I'm
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
you can also log
okay.
in.
Okay, so you
It's
changed.
not that
Okay,
Okay.
I
sorry.
have restricted you to log in.
Okay, okay, you
It's just
changed.
that you won't be able to send request to my application. Only Bhuvan will be able to send the request.
Okay, okay.
But he's also getting some error. Let
Yeah.
me see what
Internal
is the
server
problem.
error. Yeah, I'm getting the same.
Yeah, and earlier I was not getting why it is the case. Let me check.
Okay, some issue again because when I'm signing in, it is showing access blocked. This app's request is invalid. Redirect URI mismatch.
Okay. When did you try? Just
Just
now, is it?
just now, just now.
But for me, it is working.
Can you try in some other browser? Maybe it's some cache issue or something.
Only I cannot send the request. It is saying internal server error.
Yeah, I am able to see the logs of the error that is coming to you. List object is no attribute encode. And
No, it's still showing the error.
yes, I think there is some issue with my application itself. I guess it is because of the email or some reason is there.
Hmm.
Apart from this, I wanted to ask Daud from last session. Could you please listen it?
Okay, Bhuvan, maybe there is some issues with some configuration in my application. That is just some little thing which I would have missed. So uh, uh, just stop sharing your screen. It's some
Yeah, sure,
little
sure.
thing that is creating the issue.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'll do that.
Probably I'm not able to figure it out right now because earlier it was working. Now it's yeah. Siddhant, you can ask. Was that Siddhant or Amit?
Yeah, it was me. Sorry. So actually, I'm stacking in deploying on Versel from the last session. I tried three
Hmm.
times, but I'm getting 404 error. So can you please
Yeah.
look into
Can
it?
you please share your screen?
Sure, sure. So So this was the problem I was getting, and when I'll open the Versel, I'm getting this problem. 404 error.
Can you open the endpoints which are listed over here? Yeah, this one. Can you open \API to it?
Backslash API.
Yeah. So now it's working. And so now your application is working. It is just that but this get method is not allowed.
Okay. So why get method is not allowed? I have written the route for that.
Can you add backslash as well? So go back to browser.
Yeah.
Can you add one backslash after that? Backslash.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Enter. Okay, nothing happens with it.
Yeah. And also here it is saying it 404 error, and I got a mail that your Versel project is not deployed. Something like that. Let me show you. Mail. Yeah. This.
That might be case when you were deploying another. Yeah, because is there anything that you want to
No, that was the.
say?
This is the only project folder I was deploying.
Actually, Jivraj, I have a separate doubt and totally unrelated to today's session. So when after I'll ask at the end.
All right. Okay.
So
Sure.
what to do? I was getting the build error to this one due to build existing, something like that.
Okay.
Actually, I did it for 3 projects and I'm getting the same error again and again.
Okay. At the moment, nothing is clicking to me. Why it is the case? Can you
I
go
followed
to...
everything in the live session, but I don't know why I'm getting this.
Okay. I will have. Okay, just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me check Carlton's GitHub repo.
Sure.
If there was some difference in your code and his code.
Sure.
He published his code to GitHub, right?
Yeah, but I didn't check it.
Okay, I have figured out his code, and let me try to get his code on my local machine, and I will try to create.
He's deploying. I mean, in the live session, he deployed, and I can see the message he wrote on the get method. But when I'm trying to write, it is getting me 404 error.
So how did Carlton use it? Is it through GitHub, or
Yeah,
how did he use it?
He only post to the GitHub and connect it to the Versel. It is automatic. It will automatically refresh it.
Okay. He did not use Versel CLI, right?
No. He only attached in the Versel.
Okay.
On the GitHub.
Oh. Can you look at the GitHub repo that I have shared in the chat window?
Yeah.
So this is the application that Carlton used yesterday.
Yeah. But when you see,
maybe adding codes might help you.
No, I was getting error from here only, so I didn't try it after that.
Okay. Can you show me your Versel.json?
Sure. Yeah, this is the one.
In Python, and then okay. I have got it. Why it is not working? Look at Carlton's Versel.json. It's different from your Versel.json. So in his Versel.json, look at the line number 10 and compare it with your line number 10.
Oh, no, API. I think it's pretty much same. I can copy it and paste maybe. But
No,
okay.
it's
I have used API. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, maybe now it should work.
Yes, now it should work. I hope so. I'll just try it out.
Yeah. So I should press it. Again, 04 error. I should
Maybe,
redeploy it maybe.
yeah. And if maybe cache is there, probably.
Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, can you try to open it now? Remove the backslash. Yeah, now it have been deployed. So just open the URL.
No, again same error.
Yeah, just open it.
/ API.
No. Can you open the other URL that was present over there?
I have written only one.
Second URL. Can you try that?
Okay, this one. Same.
Can you go to the GitHub repo that you created? This is the one, is it?
This is the
Can
one.
you
Yeah.
refresh this page? Can you refresh this page? Okay, so your last commit was at 1 minute ago. Okay, that is fine. Why whole page is not visible? There is some about page and can you scroll horizontally?
No, this is the only thing. I cannot scroll horizontally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait for 1 second.
Or you can give a version, like version 1 or version 2.
Python version.
In Versel,
Okay. Version. Yeah.
not here. You go to VS Code. Okay, it's not here. Just a minute. Let me check my code. Yeah, no, it's there is no version as such, but probably try changing some word or something so that you get a new deployment and new setup.
That's what I'm saying. I tried 3 times. I mean, see,
Mm.
but I was getting the same error again.
Okay. Which one did you open just now?
This one.
Yeah, the first one. Can you open it right now? Okay. And is there a way to manually uh, build it again? There should be some way to.
And when
Okay.
we
There
build
is
it
an
again,
issue.
I can
Yeah.
redeploy, but
Yeah. Can you please redeploy it?
I deployed it. Just a moment for it. Uh,
Or why not remove all three and try to build again?
okay. Should I clone his repo and maybe I
Yeah,
can.
give it a try.
I was
Just
cloning
create
it.
fork. Just create fork. No need to clone it and upload. There is one fork button, right, on GitHub. I just click on that fork FORK.
Where
Top
it
right
is.
corner. On the top right corner. Left. A little left.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one. Okay.
Yes.
I just click on that one
Yeah.
and create fork. And now deploy this particular thing.
Okay. What was that? It's showing no
Yeah,
repository.
it's been added. Or
Mm.
save it. Did Carlton change any of these things for deploying?
No.
Okay. I haven't
Yes.
watched his video, so I don't know what he have done. Okay.
He was doing the same thing I'm doing.
All right.
Okay. It is.
Oh, yeah, you have managed to done.
So
So
why I was
probably there
getting
is
error?
some mistake in your application itself. Some little mistake. Something is there. So just try to compare your files with Carlton's file.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
You can stop sharing the screen.
Okay. Thank you.
You
Okay.
can put both the codes in GPT and I'll tell it to compare. It will do that also.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes, Siddhant. You were asking something at the starting of the session. Regarding that collab ID question, I was able to solve it. So I don't know what is causing issue for you. Can you share your screen and if it is possible, can you share your screen? Siddhant?
Sir, actually, my laptop got shut down.
Okay. So what? Tomorrow also we will be having one session. So tomorrow join it with your laptop. Okay.
Uh, Wait, one minute, sir. I will try to just start it once again.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Okay. Sure. In the meantime, anyone else want to ask anything or see anything?
Yeah. So my issue is still there. Ngrok.
Yeah, and yeah, what was that? That was question 12 of GA2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share the screen?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just explain what is happening here. Okay. So this is the URL which is generated
Mhm.
after running it.
Okay,
So when I copy this and run it here,
it's working. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
working. But when I copy the same thing and put it here, I get failed
Okay. Can
to
you
fetch.
open network tab? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah. So when I do that, I get this error. It says header disallowed by pre-flight response.
Okay. Can you open your um, terminal one? Yeah, and start Olama server.
So right now I'm running Olama server as a system service.
Okay. Can you stop it and
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Okay.
so now it's not running, right?
No, it's not running.
Okay.
We
Port
can
one
check
one four three
the.
four is free.
Yeah. Just a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Before that, I need to uh, export. This and both the exports at the same time.
Instead of star, can you export this specific domain
But
exam.sn and
yeah, but a star is like above that, right?
yeah, but somebody said it works for them.
Okay, I'll do
One
one.
of my friends.
Okay.
He was also facing the same issue, and then he said it works for them if they use it that way.
So
And that is also weird to me, but they said it worked for them.
so I can copy this then
Yes.
URL,
Yeah. Till DV.
right? Should I put the trailing slash?
Remove it. Okay, try it out. And do Olama serve. Okay, try that now.
It's working,
Okay.
but this is a different server. It doesn't have models, but it's all of them are the same. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get the same error.
Hmm.
I
Do one
even
thing.
hmm,
Search for. I'm giving you one URL. Can you try that out?
yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, there is one section dedicated for Linux.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
This I have done it. Yeah, this I have done it. So Let's show you. This is the part, right? So I added all the things, whatever I could do. Even tried this. So
It
here
also did
is,
not work for you. Can you show that again to me?
yeah, sure. But this is the service file, Olama service.
Yeah, it is service, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. So right now you are using okay, you are yeah, that is fine. Host is also fine. Even if you are putting port number, it
Correct.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bhuvan, at the moment I don't know answer to specifically your query. So I already have your email address. I will
Sure.
try to discuss it internally with Carlton or Professor Anand, and
Yeah.
if your help is required, we'll ask you. Okay.
Definitely. Because I have actually written the whole thing here in the forum about what I have done and what I have configured and what is the error that I'm getting. So it's there. So anytime you just ping me, I'm available. I can be there.
Okay.
Because I tried it on my current OS, that is Arch Linux. I tried it on Ubuntu. I tried it on Firefox. Weird, all other. Even I tried it on E-Links. I went into that level, but every time I get this same issue. So even in here, check this. So here we are, right? So it says network error when attempting to fetch the results. So it is getting. I mean, it is sending the get request. Here you see it is sending the get request, but in options it is failing because
Okay,
it is
can you
called.
show me one thing? Can you show me one thing?
Yeah,
What is the command that you are using for running Ngrok?
I'll stop this.
It is the same command that is mentioned
Yep.
on the
Yep.
website, is it?
Yes. This is the same command. This is the protocol port response header with email. Then response header added with access control headers and response header. This is the new one which is added. Others were showing errors. That's why I only added this authorization. I can actually remove this.
You can put star if you want.
Okay, nice. Or I can actually remove this because okay, I'll put a star here. Okay, so yeah. First, I'll check if it is working. Yeah. Oh, it worked.
Okay, great. So it is some issue with the response header itself.
Okay.
I will ask them to update response header to star or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
So it should work here also, I guess. Perfect. I'll save this before something happens.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. This has been bugging me for quite some time now.
Yeah, Siddhant, are you ready for sharing your screen?
Yes, I can share the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
And one more, Jivraj, one more question that I had for question number 6. Can I ask it tomorrow? Or?
What is specifically in question number 6?
So even in question number 6, I'm running the server, and it is showing that um, the ID is not correct. Student ID.
Question number 6 of GA2.
Yeah, GA2. Yes.
Oh, that is Versel question, isn't it?
Um,
Okay, got it, got it, got it. There is some
the
name of the student and those
yeah.
things, right?
Yes.
Okay, there might be problem with your logic, your code that you have written. So if
I
you
have
write
yeah.
wrong code, then it would give the wrong result.
No, I checked the codes. I also run the what do you say queries which are being run,
Hmm.
but I still get the same error. Even I posted that in forums. Anyways, I'll ask it tomorrow, and not today.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Okay. But thanks again.
Uh,
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Siddhant.
Hello. With respect to this question, there is
Hmm.
where to work in Google Collab and using this email ID itself.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
The thing is that, the thing is that whenever I try to log in with this,
Hmm.
it worked. No, actually, last time when I tried, it was showing that your account is not Google account. It's not. It was not logging in. It was jumping back to this. So I was worried little.
Oh, okay, okay. But now it works.
Okay. Now it worked. Okay.
All right, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then
Thank
you
you.
can go ahead and do the. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Vikas, you were asking something. You were, or you were saying something. Yeah. Vikas Pandey, are you here?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
So, Jivraj, actually, my question was related to last the graded assignment one, GA1. In
yeah,
that, in the last question, it was asked to use LLM library, not library,
yeah.
basically the LLM modules to do some commands over CLI. So I was not able to get authentication of LLM. I used LLM OpenAI key, and in my OpenAI key, I put the unanswered key, but that didn't work.
Okay. So you used AI pipe, is it?
Yeah, AI pipe.
So you used AI pipe generated token, and with the AI pipes URL, is it?
No, not you. AI pipes URL. I used it with the LLM. The LLM. What is it? LLM command lines. Command line 2,
Okay.
CLI 2.
Now wait a second. Just wait 1 minute. So if you open this particular GitHub repo over here, there is one. Um, um, there is one. Uh, you also need to export. Okay, I will just share my
Raj, the
screen.
official session is over or is it still going?
Yeah, session is over.
Okay.
There is nothing that I wanted to discuss, anything specific. I'm just taking few doubts. So actually, along with the AI pipe token, you will also have to export this URL. Otherwise, it won't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah, possibly that could be the reason. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would have to try it again. Then only I can be sure about it.
Yeah, yeah. Try it out.
Okay, okay. I'll do that. I'll ask. I'll check. I'll